Shalom, Kahala Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, Bashem Kol Kodash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect, who are the house of David reborn again in this generation. And Shalom to the 130 Yasharallah, who today are known as the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, who before losing their true heritage were known as, and still are, the true Hebrew Israelites of the Holy Bible. In today's lesson, we're going to talk about UFOs. And I'm going to explain how those are in fact the chariots of the angels of heaven. But let's go and talk about this video that I have posted up first. Right? This right here is from a show called Sunday Morning. Right? It's a famous CBS show that goes all across America, which is known as Babylon the Great in the Bible. Right? It's a very prime time TV show. Right, it's a Sunday morning, overview of what the week is, and ultimately it's a big tool that the government uses to disseminate information that it wants the public to know. Okay, now this show here brought up the subject this morning about UFOs. Right, the title of this video is called "Something in the Air: The Increased Attention to UFOs." Now I'm not going to play the video because for the most part it's a lot of back and forth, but the whole premise of the show is that they were basically they spoke to 3 scientists, and for the most part all the scientists came out saying that yes, this is true, in fact UFOs do exist, and and we'll find out more down the road. Okay, and the thing is this is a big change from what has, been the norm here in Babylon the Great, right? Where they actually told you that UFOs were all make-believe, it was all movies, right? It's all conspiracy theories, right? And why was this like that for the longest? Well, you see, the people in power today, the people who rule the world, the Edomite nation, right? Who today would be referred to as the white race or the Caucasian race, they understand who the UFOs actually are, right? See, the UFOs are in fact the agents of the Most High Father, Yahweh, which is the Hebrew name for the Lord, right? Which is Hebrew for He is. Now, those agents is what the world refers to as angels, right? In the Bible. Now, these angels, they don't fly around with wings on their back like you see on all these pictures where they're wearing sandals and have these big cloaks on, like these big white robes, and have little halos around their head and these big wings. No, that right there is a fictional depiction of what the angels look like. The true angels basically look like knights, right, in golden armor, right? Some of them have white garments, right? But for the most part, they do not have wings, right? Wings usually were just a symbolization that they actually were flying creatures. Now, as far as how they fly, the thing is the Bible refers to their ability to fly through these things referred to as the clouds of heaven, okay, or the wings of the wind. Now, let's go and read this scripture, right? This is 2 Chronicles 16:9. For the eyes of Yahweh, Bashem Yahushai, run to and fro throughout the whole earth, to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars. Now, the point in this scripture here is the first line. For the eyes of the Lord, right? What are the eyes of the Lord? Now, do we see eyeballs going around the earth, just flying around? No. But what we do see are these globes of light, right? And other unexplainable phenomena, things that just hover in the earth, unearthly like, right? Now, things like that, right? Now, there's an image that the brothers, I believe this was in Texas, but it was one of the GMS camps. They actually released this image. It was after camp one day, and they had spotted these chariots in the sky, right? These so-called UFOs. Now they went ahead and took this photo, right? Now the brother, after he took the photo, you have to look really hard at this image, okay? But after he took this photo, in what was taken, right, with the clouds and all the ionization that was in the sky, whatever it was, right? You could literally see two eyes here, man. Two eyes, you know, eyebrows, and these look like these chariots here look like nostrils, okay? And it looks as if the Lord is looking down upon the brothers, okay? Now it's crazy, man. Now this, if you understand, this is a very spiritual image, man. Now, as the Lord said, man, his eyes are upon the sinful kingdom, right? This is in Amos. It says, Amos 9:8, behold, the eyes of the Lord, Yahweh B'Shem Hashai, are upon the sinful kingdom, and I will destroy it from off the face of the earth, saving that I will not utterly destroy the house of Jacob, saith Yahweh B'Shem Hashai. Right? See, because the Lord, not only is he always looking upon the, you know, what's happening here in Babylon the Great, but he has care over the Israelites, the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, and namely those 1/3 and the elect. Those are the Israelites in particular that the Lord is looking over, right? And because of that, he beholds what goes on here in the earth. And not only because of that, but the Lord's power in itself is omnipotent, right? He's everywhere. Okay, he can see everything. And how does he do this? Well, he does it through the chariots which are visiting the world, even more so now, because he's basically almost about to visit this world, man. The Lord is soon going to send his son for the second coming, right? Which is going to be the end of these Edomites' world, right? Now, here's another image that was recently released by the Navy down here in San Diego that showed a chariot not only flying in the sky, but actually dive into the ocean. Let's watch it.
Joins us tonight. Tom, what do you think we're looking at here?
Well, I think we may well be looking at a true unknown, which is to say intelligently controlled machinery that is not understood to be in the possession of the United States, China, or Russia, which are the most...
And I didn't get the whole video. These are just clips, but it basically just shows it going back and forth, and ultimately it plunges into the ocean. Okay, so this shows you, man, the power of these ships, man. Here's another video of it going over Jerusalem, over the temple, the supposed Temple Mount, or really the golden dome, right? The Dome of the Rock, right? Now check this out, man. This is crazy.
Yeah, I think night would be lovely, but is that a UFO? Amazing. Holy shit! Oh, is that cool? You can almost hardly look at it. We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like never like
Whoa!
UFO? Amazing. Holy shit! Oh, is that cool? You can almost hardly look at it. We've seen them in Mississippi like this, but never like never like
That's crazy, right? So it just shows you, man, that these vehicles, they don't conform to the physics upon the earth, man. They can move at incredible speeds, right? Here's a video I just seen today. Somebody zooming in on the moon, one of these like high range lenses, man. And look what you see on the moon's surface. So these chariots, these so-called UFOs, they're here, people. And the reason is because the Lord, not only does he keep an eye over the entire world, but namely on his people, his people who are known today as the Negroes, Latinos, Native Indians, who he recognizes as the Israelites of the Holy Bible. Okay, and not only that, but like I said, the frequency at which these sightings have been happening have increased, and that's because the Lord is now making an inquisition upon the earth, especially upon those who have us Israelites in captivity, that being these other nations. Okay, the other nations where the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians dwell upon. Okay, now pretty soon we're gonna find out, right? In just a little bit under half a month, we're gonna see what Esau has to say, right? But you got to understand, man, that Esau is not going to tell you the truth about what these chariots actually are. Like I said, man, they're more likely going to continue to spin the narrative, tell you that these chariots are in fact alien invaders, and they're here to destroy us and all that type of stuff. But that's not true, right? The Bible, well, kind of not true, that is, right? Because the Bible does tell us that these devils who are running this world, who are keeping the world in such a low, destroyed state, are going to be destroyed by the Most High, right? And his Son and all the angels that are going to come with them. But the reason why they're going to be destroyed is because these chariots, right? Which, by the way, this here is Earth, okay? And this right here, you kind of see it right here. It's like a circle with a cross in it. This was a humongous UFO that was sighted on the edge of our solar system. Okay, coming in to purview, right? Being able to be seen entering and heading towards Earth, right? So you see, the Lord is already within our system, right? He's already here, and these devils know it. This is why they are moving very fast right now with all the agenda that you're seeing them do now. Okay, you're seeing them pushing through the mark of the beast agenda, which is ultimately the goal to chip everybody in the world. You're seeing them push forward the depopulation agenda, which is what you're seeing with the Planned Parenthood, the systematic killing, the continual wars, right? And you're also seeing them push that the agenda to make people hallucinate, man. You're gonna start seeing crazy miracles, especially those people who took the jab and are now prone or have now been primed to receive these messages into their bodies, man. So you see, these devils aren't giving up, right? They're only going to continue to get worse, right? And they're going to go and try to fool not only you but the entire world to believe that what you're going to be seeing or what they're going to be presenting to you is the truth, right? But this is actually what the Messiah himself told us to be looking for, man. This is Matthew 24:30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven, right? That's the Messiah. That's Yahweh Shai, okay? On his second coming. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory. Okay, that right there is talking about when the Messiah comes for the second coming. He's going to ultimately come in with all these chariots, man. Right, just like as in this image, man. You're going to see the Messiah himself, right, upon his white chariot, right? This white UFO is going to be humongous, right? And with him are going to be thousands upon thousands of chariots, man, which are going to be manned by these angels, right, who are going to be ready to destroy the kingdoms of this world, those same kingdoms that are right now preparing themselves for an intergalactic war. And I know that sounds crazy, but look at what the U.S. government has done recently, man. They've set up a space force. They're coming out with these new crazy ass weapons, right? These direct energy weapons, basically lasers. You have all these other countries out there talking about getting into space. You're having like an initiated, or a manufactured space race, right? All of a sudden, people on Earth have to get back into space, right? Well, why is that? Well, because again, these devils are getting ready to go into space to fight the Lord on His second coming. This is 1 Thessalonians 4:17. Then we, which are alive and remain, shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Right? And this is talking about those of us, Lord willing, I'm one of them, the 144,000 elect, and also the 1/3 of Israel, the one out of every 3 Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians that will be alive and manage to make it to the end of this Armageddon ordeal that we're about to go through, right? Like it says here, those which are alive and remain, right? So there's no such thing about being saved and this and that. No, man, it's those who shall make it to the end. Those same shall be saved, like the scriptures say. Okay. Now, this is why you have to be studying, man. You have to be well rooted in the Bible and in the truth as it's spoken about in the Bible, not how your Christian church tells you, not how your Catholic church or your atheist friends or your scientific, boards are out there telling you. No, you have to rely on the words of the Bible, because these are the words that are true. This is the script for the world, and this is how things are going to play out. And in doing so, in following the words of the Lord, you're going to have a better chance to make it to the end, right? Ultimately, you do have to be selected by the Lord to make it, right? Because again, there's going to be a lot of people who think that the Lord's on their side, but ultimately that He's going to reject them, right? Because again, first of all, this truth is only for the Israelites, right? That being the Negroes, Latinos, and Native Indians, and anybody whose father's lineage goes back to that bloodline. And second, only those who have his truthful name, have the proper understanding, and who have been seen as righteous in the eyes of the Lord, right? And hence, He has selected you to be saved, to be part of the 144,000 elect, or the 1/3 of Israel, which will be saved and permitted to make it into the next iteration of humanity, right? On earth, without having to die. Right? This is Numbers 9 and 15. And on the day that the tabernacle was reared up, the cloud covered the tabernacle, namely the tent of the testimony, and at even there was upon the tabernacle as it were the appearance of fire until the morning. Right? Now this right here just shows you, man, that these UFOs, these chariots of the Lord, have been with us since all our history, man. It's here in Numbers, the very beginning of the Bible, man. Right? And this cloud that covers the tabernacle, this is a UFO that was over the tabernacle, which is basically a tent that they kept the 10 Commandments in, man. Okay? And where they ministered unto the Lord, the Levitical priest, that is, right? And this appearance of fire is basically like an energy beam that was coming down and that was shining upon the tabernacle, man. These are basically the angels that were following and protecting us, right? And if you're studying in this truth, you understand which angel it was that was in that ship that was watching over us, right? So that's it, Akim. I just wanted to show you this lesson, or this video that the Sunday morning show talked about, and we're gonna be waiting here with bated breath to see what Esau comes up with on June 1st, man. What lies he's gonna bring to the table, and I'm sure if it's crazy, which I'm sure it is, we're gonna be out there condemning it, right? And also just telling you the truth of what is on its way, what truly is on its way, right? Not that which these devils are gonna try to pretend, but that which is written in the Bible, right? That being what you're seeing here, the returning of the Messiah in what is referred to as a second coming, right? And you can read about this in Revelations 1, 13 and 15, right? You can see the appearance of of what the Messiah looked like. Then you could also talk, read about this particular scene here, where he's going to come back and destroy the armies that are gathered there in the Valley of Jehoshaphat, right? In 2nd Ezra 13 and 5, right? This shows that he's going to come upon his great chariot and destroy these nations and beat them into powder. So, right? So it's a beautiful, chapter if you want to ever read it, right? 2nd Ezra chapter 13. So with all that, Aki, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashem, Yahushai, Bashem, Rakok, Radash. Double honors my teachers, the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and mercy to the elect. Shalom.